The first word problem said 4/5 of the scholars in our class speak Spanish and English. Okay? Draw a model in the space below to show what fraction of the class speaks Spanish and English. So can someone describe me what I should draw for the first model, Karina? A rectangle. And what should be on the rectangle? Okay, can you be more specific, please? Like that? How many equal parts do I have here? Jaden? 5. How many parts did I shade in? Giselle? 4. Why 4?
Because in the text it said 4/5.
4/5 speak Spanish and English. Okay? So 4/5 should have been your first answer. Okay? Thumbs up if you got 4/5. Okay, what fraction of the class does not speak Spanish and English? Kevin?
1/5.
1/5. Why 1/5?
Because 1 is not shaded.
And
And
there's 5 equal parts. All right, now let's look at our model, and your model should match mine. Now, what do you think about this? Why is it good? Is it bad that 4/5 of the class speaks Spanish and English? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Is that helpful or is that not helpful? Jose, can you stand, please?
Because if you get a job, your boss might talk only English.
And do you think it would be helpful if you knew Spanish and English?
Yes.
Why?
Because if somebody that you work with doesn't know English, you can translate for them.
All right. You guys like that idea? Thumbs up if you agree with Jose. All right, someone else. Do you think it's helpful to know Spanish and English? Anna, you know both, right? Stand for me. Why is it helpful to know Spanish and English?
It's helpful to know Spanish and English because sometimes you can go to Salvador or some other places and you don't gonna know Spanish and people can know only Spanish and they don't gonna understand.
Exactly. So you can travel, right? Those are some reasons that we talked about yesterday. Remember the bar graph that we made about your data? If you look at the bar graph, see the bar in red? Most of you in this room know Spanish and English. I only know English. I'm pretty jealous. Okay? So now we're going to move on to the next side of the worksheet. So you can turn it over. I'm going to read number 2 out loud, and I want you to follow along. Okay? Number 2 says, the men at Apple Inc., Apple Incorporated, right, earn 4/4 of a dollar as an engineer who designs iPads. So raise your hand if you have an iPad or an iPhone or some kind of Apple product. Okay. Well, the men at Apple Incorporated earn 4/4 of a dollar. Okay. The women, right, the girls at Apple make 3/4 of a dollar as an engineer with the same job, the same education level and experience. So first, we have to draw a model to represent the pay of men at Apple. So take about 1 minute to draw a model to represent the pay of men at Apple. Go. Work with your partner.
That she gave it to me for Christmas. Thank William.
Jaden and Veronica are shading in their model. Karina and Hazel are working together.
Just because William did.
Put your pencil up in the air when you're done with the first model. Alright, team 3 is done. Their pencils are up in the air. Jose and Azaria are done. Team 1 is silent. Their pencils are in the air. Alright, eyes on me, please. Take one more minute. Now you need to draw a model to represent the pay of women at Apple. Ready, go. All done?
I didn't know how to draw it. She's partner A. Okay, I'll show you. You said on I draw. If I'm a man and woman
Okay, so Rome, you can do the next part then, right? Since you have to.
you're the same.
Take about 30 more seconds to finish your second model.
Good job. So they can all be happy that they have money.
How you guys doing?
They
Okay,
can.
so the models are the same size, right?
Can.
All done?
Is it possible to
Alright. Are we all done with our second model? Okay, so I need your attention up here, please. Jessica's eyes are on the board. Jose is silent on the board. Okay, what should I do? Can someone describe to me what I should do with the first model? Giselle, stand please and describe to me what I should do for the first model. Why 4?
When we read the text, it said men get $4.
What fraction is that?
4.
4/4 of a dollar. Okay, thank you. Call on someone else to tell me what I should do for the second model. Stand please. Speak up loud and proud. What should I do next?
For the second letter, you need to shade in 3 because in the text say that woman gets 3/4.
3/4. Okay, so who's earning more money here? Diana? And do they have the same job?
Yes.
Do they have the same education level?
Yes.
And do they have the same, what is it, same experience? Yeah. So now I want you to turn and talk to your group. Do you think it's fair that one group of people is earning more money than the other group? Write your answer down on your paper. Ready, go.
They do not get the same amount. It is not fair because the man gets more
Thanks for the ticket. I have 2 more in my desk.
I get 1 because I put all of it in Miss Man.
Get more.
I don't know what I'm getting, but I did.
People are designing iPads. They're both doing the same job. Giselle and Jasmine are writing. Jessica's writing.
No.
How did you answer the question? Is it fair or is it unfair?
It's not fair.
It's not fair? Why?
Cause the men get $4 and the women get $3.
Why is that unfair?
Because the men get more and the women get.
What does that mean? What does that mean in general? If women are making less money, what does that mean?
Take about another minute.
The boss
We have one more thing we're going to do in about 1 minute.
giving more money to the men.
Watch.
What's your answer? I can. They do not get the same amount. It is not fair because the men get more than the woman.
Take about 10 more seconds. Finish up whatever sentence you're working on.
No. No.
Alright, quickly, I need one person just to share their answer to the last question. Jose, stand. Share your answer to the last question. The last question says, did the men and women earn the same amount of money? Do you think it is fair? Why or why not? And they both have the same job. Okay? Now, to be an engineer at Apple to make iPads is a really awesome job, right? You guys might use iPads almost every day at home, okay? And it's a difficult job. There's no way I could do it, but when you grow up and you want to get a job like that, if you're a girl, they might pay you less to do the same job as a boy. How do you girls feel about that? Giselle?
I feel frustrated because usually the girls do more work than the boys.
What if you guys do the same amount of work? What do you guys think should happen with your pay?
We should get the same
You
amount.
should get the same. Alright, so your voices are off, your eyes are on me. Now, I'm going to show you a clip. Some of you might have seen this episode. It aired last Friday, and it's part of an episode of Girl Meets World. Raise your hand if you watch Girl Meets World. Okay? Now, in this episode, your voices are still off. Christopher silent, Romy silent, Jessica silent. In this episode, Riley and Farkle are doing a science project. Okay? And Farkle tells Riley that she doesn't have to do anything and that Farkle is going to do all the work. And Riley's pretty upset about it. Okay, so we're going to watch this clip, and as we're watching, think about this activity. Make sure your ears are listening and your eyes are on the board, alright?
I like blowing stuff up. It's not about that. What's it about?
This is all about us and the boys. Who we are now and who we want to be.
Everything's their fault. Stupid boys. Everything would have been fine if I could have just sacrificed Yogi, stupid Yogi.
Well, you can't. Our guy friends are pretty lame. Maybe it used to be easier to see that before we looked at each other as boys and girls. Maybe it was easier when we looked at each other as friends.
Riley,
Maya?
if I can't blow stuff up or sacrifice Yogi, then I just don't care about being good in science.
Well, you have to. We all have to. The stuff we're learning now, science and math, it matters that we know what they are. We can't let other people think we'd rather have it easy for us.
No, I want things to be easy for me.
Then don't. Because then you won't know anything and you won't have as many choices later.
You think I could be a scientist?
I think if you were a scientist, the world would be a very dangerous place.
Awesome.
But if you don't believe you could become a scientist, then it's even more dangerous.
Alright, so what is Riley talking about in this clip? What's she talking about? Diana, stand for me. What's Riley saying about science?
Riley is saying that they should do the same amount of work than as the boys are doing.
Mm-hmm. And if you watch the episode a little bit more, Riley goes to class and she tells everyone why girls should like science and do the same amount of work as boys. So is it fair that Lucas and Farkle get to do all the work for the science experiment and Riley just gets to drop a little marble in some water? No. Okay? So going back to our paper right here, take about 2 minutes. You're going to discuss with your partner, after watching Girl Meets World, do you think women making $0.75 would encourage or discourage more girls to become engineers and like science? Why is it important to have more girls like science and get equal pay? Take 2 minutes to write your answer on your paper. Go.
Discourage girls to become scientists and engineers because
Okay.
why should we get
Do
paid
you
less
think
when we do the
women
same job?
and girls earning $0.75 would encourage girls to become engineers?
So is it my turn to write? Do I have to write get or write?
Yeah, you're gonna have to write everything.
Encourage you to be
What do you think? Will it discourage
not
or encourage
get that on paper.
girls to become engineers and scientists? What do you think when they're not getting paid fairly?
Discouraged because men, just because they're boys, they pay them more when the boss is a boy. But when the boss is a girl, or when there are two bosses, they pay them the same, but when there's only one boss, that's a boy or girl, they pay them more.
Okay, let's get some of those ideas on paper because we have about 2 more minutes. I really like that.
So we would say that it would discourage girls to become scientists and engineers because we wouldn't get paid fairly.
It would discourage. Alright. Take about another minute. I want at least one complete sentence.
It will be discouraged.
So you think it'll be discouraging? Why?
Because women get less money than men.
Mm-hmm. Why is that unfair?
Because men gets $1 whole and women doesn't.
Mm-hmm. What does that mean for the lives of these women that make less money? What does that mean?
That means
If you have less money,
they wouldn't wanna be a scientist anymore.
Which is why it would discourage them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So women should have the same amount of money as the men.
I agree.
Women will get less.
Alright, we have about 2 minutes before specials. Can I get 2 people to share their answer to the last question? The last question said, do you think women making 3/4 of a dollar would encourage or not encourage more girls to become engineers in science? What do you guys think? Can I have 2 people that stand and deliver their answers? 2 people. Hazel, can you stand, please? Our eyes are on Hazel. Hazel's going to explain to us if it would encourage people or not encourage people. Go for it.
I think it will not encourage people because men can get more money than women.
And how does that make you feel? Sad. All right, Hazel, call on one more person to share. So they're going to stand. Our eyes are now on Diana. Diana, I want you to wait until everyone is giving you their attention.
It will discourage girls because you are doing the same job but are not being paid for it.
Not being paid for it. All right, give yourselves a round of applause.